Everybody, Artisan Loom here with the tutorial for Jojo Koo, his design time turner, and it's pretty cool. I mean, those are little 8s, but I love his color scheme right here. Pretty awesome. Has some beads on the side. I'm going to also be using black, green, and gold, but different shades than what he's got here. So I don't know, I didn't even see this version until I already picked out my colors. So the one that I saw was, let me just pull it up, this one that he did in pinks and purples, and it has the beads on the edge as well. So we'll go ahead and get started here with the time turner bracelet. But if you'd like to give Jojo Koo a follow, he deserves way more than, oops, almost unfollowed him, 315 follows. I mean, he's got some really cool renditions. He's the one that also did the Royal Jewel, which is wildly popular. Ooh, I didn't even see this one with the wings on it. But anyhow, really, really nice cuff designs. So give him a follow if you wouldn't mind. Jojo Koo. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. It is a 10 pin bar setup. Straight across is all your pin bars, and I do believe it's 2 full loom lengths long. Okay, I believe he used 1, 2, 3, probably 5 colors for it, and I've picked out my 5, so go ahead and pick your colors and we'll go ahead and get started. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use my jet black cylindric, and I've got to get some more out of my package because I'm about out. That's what I'm going to be using for the border, and also for, well, I'll show you in a minute. We're going to start in the center, put 1 band across, and then follow it over to the edge. I know my fingers get in the way. I like to hold the bands down as I'm placing them. That way I don't have to go back and fix them too much. Okay, once you get to here, you're going to follow it all the way to the top. Straight up on both sides. Okay, you're going to do the border all the way up. I'm choosing not to bead it because I'm going to put beads where he has beads, but it's up to you. Where you're going to stop is you're going to stop 3 pins from the top and then bring it over to the center right here and leave this part empty. Okay, so 3rd one from the top, you come in. Okay, so go ahead and finish your border, please. So border's complete. Now what we're going to do is this next row, and I'll show you here, right there where we've got the green and the black. It's right, let me find a better picture, because a better picture, this will explain better. You see where he's got the pinks, where the 8 goes? We're going to do where he's got the purple right up above the beads and the pink. Okay, so you have to do it this way if you want your 8s to show, or whatever you want to call them. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my peridot, I do believe. Shall I use my peridot? Shall I use my peridot? I'm going to use my peridot. Peridot green. And I love this color. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up. You need 2 colors. Okay, whatever, you need to pick out what you're going to do your 8s in. And I'm going to do my 8s in this black. Okay, and then I'm going to do the other section right below it in the peridot. So I'm going to go 1 up in the peridot. Okay, and then you're going to switch colors to whatever your 8 is going to be, which will be, let me grab some colors, which will be my black, jet black cylindric, B1. Okay, now you're switching 2, 3, 4. You're going to go up 4 in your green. okay? And then you're going to go switch over to your black, because that's where your next 8's going to go. I do believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're going to do all the way up the loom. We're going to start off with 1 green, and then your other color, which your 8 color, which would be my black. I call it 8, but I don't know what it is. It looks like an 8 to me, or an infinity, whichever one. Okay, green, and then whatever your 8's going to be, and then you're going to go 4 green, and then whatever your 8's going to be, and then you're going to go 4 more green going up. So I'm going to go off camera, and you're going to do the same thing, this exact same thing, and then your whatever your 8's going to be. And then you're going to do that all the way up the loom on both sides, okay, all the way down to the end. And at the end, you should end up with the green as you did to start here, 1 green. Okay, so go ahead and finish, do it the exact same way on this side as this side, all the way down. Since I'm using my jet black cylindric as my 8's, that's what I'm going to start with. And we are going to start here on the 3rd peg, okay? And we're going to, let's see here. Okay, hold on. So now after we have these 2 rows done, now we're doing our black 8's. Okay, so let me just go ahead and tell you that I'm using the same color for my border is what my 8's are going to be. If you're using a different color as he did in his pink and purple one, see how he's got a pink 8 and then the purple for the border. If you're going to do that, then you want to make sure the band you place on the edge of the 8's and right here on the edge here, it's the same color as whatever you want to do the 8. So if you're doing a different color for your 8's than your border, then right here, or this 3rd band here on this left 3rd band and this right 3rd band needs to be the same color as your 8, okay? That way it'll all flow. Okay, so since I'm using black, I'm going with black. And we're going to start here. And since I have a black here, I don't have to worry about it. I'm just going to start on this 3rd pin bar from the left, right here, and then go out to the left. And then I don't have to put anything here because there's the black one. And then we're going to go diagonal, straight across, and then I'm going to come down 1, okay? Now I'm choosing to throw a seed bead, a gold seed bead, right in the center of each one of these 8's, okay? Which is only going to be 1 band. It's going to be the band that you lay first. So I have 1 going across, 1 diagonal. Then I'm going to throw my beaded band there. You do not have to do it. He didn't do it on his. I'm just trying something different. And then 1 more plain band, okay? And then you don't have anything here because it's the same color. If this was a different color of your 8's, that's the color it would be. Whatever your 8 is going to be will be that color. So then we'll just go over here and diagonal. Won't need any here because I have the black already. And then we're going to go diagonal, straight across, and then straight down with no beads because only that first band that gets laid first gets beads. So then you just follow 3 diagonals to the end, okay? So that's what you're going for. Okay, so I'm going to do another one with you because that way we won't. Okay, so you see where this black is here? We're going to do a diagonal to it, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to go across and then up 3. Okay. All right, since we're going up 3, this is where I'm going to put my beaded band. I'm going to do 1 diagonal. I'm going to do a beaded band because I can tell this is going to be on the bottom. Because where we cross over with the 8, that will be on the this will be on the bottom, which is what we're wanting it to do. So when it comes off the loom, it will all be at the top. Okay, so diagonal, straight across, 3 diagonal, and then we do 1 straight across, diagonal, back up to this band, which is right here, which we don't need anything. Okay, and then we're going to go diagonal again, straight across, and no beaded bands, but we're just going to go right over 3 times diagonal, and then straight across and diagonal to meet up with this other black. Okay, so that's what we have there. Okay, so this is the way we're going to do each one. Okay, it's always going to start not like you did this first one, but like you did the second one. So this one, you will do each one all the way down the loom. You should have a total of 5. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera. You go ahead and do your 8s. Just repeat this second one all the way down to the end. And you'll know where to put the next one because there'll be another different color right here. And you'll start here and then work your way up and around, okay? So I'll meet you. What I wanted to show you was this last one. Okay, you're going to start by going from here to there, okay? And then you don't need one here. What you're going to do is you're going to go down 1, over 1, up 3, okay? You don't need one here. And then you're going to do a diagonal here. You don't need one here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start right here, go diagonal 3 times. And now I'm all twisted. And then you're going to go over 1. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to bring this one over, and then you'll have your 8. Okay? So, this is what your loom should look like from the top down. Just like that. So for this next part, we're working, you see right in here, how it's a different kind of purple. That's what we're working on right in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. I'm going to, oh my goodness, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to use I'm really debating on whether to use my continue on with my what do you call this, peridot. I'm debating on whether to continue on with the peridot right in here. So this and this will be peridot, and then this was going to be probably my golds or my greens will be in here, and then maybe my golds right in here, or maybe I'll alternate green, gold, green, gold, green, and then put my black. I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do black where I'm getting ready to tell you. I hope I'm doing this okay. I decided I'm going to do black. Okay, so let me show you where we're going to start. Whatever your next color is going to be. Okay, let me get to where I need to go here. We're going to start in the center here, and we're just going to do an X. Okay, I'm using black sweets. I know it's going to be super close to the color, but I think I'm just going to use black sweets. I hope that that's not too much black. That's what I'm nervous about. Let me look at these two together. That's going to be quite a bit of black. That makes me nervous. Let me check and make sure that's the route I want to take this off. I'm thinking that my best bet is, instead of using the black, I'm going to use gold. I believe I'm going to use my glitter gold. We'll just do that, okay? Make it easy. Okay, we're just going to do an X right there. Okay, now the next step is we're going to do another X right above it. Now on this right here, we're going to do an X. These are all going to be X's, but I just have to stay with you to show you the band placement. And then we're going to go right beside it, do an X, and then one up above. Okay, then we're going to, let's see here. I'm trying to see what we got here. Okay, so on this side we're going to do an X. And then do one right beside it, and then we're going to do one up above it. I wonder why we're putting it right here and not there. Oh, we're going to do it in both spots. Well, why is this side not? Okay, see, you know. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll do an X here. And an X here. Okay, on this side we needed another X. That wasn't on my picture, but I got it. Okay, so that's what we have going on so far. And I believe we're going to do that all the way down the loom. So in between this one, we're going to do another X. Why is this throwing me off? Okay, let me make 100% sure. I know we got an X going on here, but I'm not sure. I see a band that's supposed to go across here, but let me make for certain before we go any further. I took these off. As I see, we got to put a band here and a band there, and then we do our X. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to, up here, we're going to go and do our X. And just like so. And then we're going to come over here and do our X's again. Okay, so our 4 there. And then we're going to do our 4 here. Okay, now that we have that, we got to bring our one that goes here and this side. Grab some more bands, and then we're going to do our X right here. Okay, now, okay, so that was this one, those two, these four, that, okay, this X, these four. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm doing this right. The band's going here, and then the X. Okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to come right here and do another X. So we're going to do just like we did here. Another X, or just like we did here. Okay. And then we're going to follow it the same way all the way up. So I'm going to let you go and do the same thing you did here all the way to the end. And then I'll show you what my loom looks like. This is what your loom should look like. 2 X's, 4 X's, 4 X's, a band going across, and an X, straight X, 4 X's, 4 X's, band coming straight across, and an X. Plain X, or excuse me, plain X, 4 X's, 4 X's, band coming across on either side, and an X. Plain X, 4 X's, 4 X's, band coming across, and an X. And then up here, it's just a plain X. Okay. So now what we're going to work on are these starbursts right here. They're kind of like, it's kind of like a half starburst and a half starburst. You'll see what I'm talking about, but I'm going to do that in my black sweets. That's what I'm going for here. Okay. And what we're going to do is, let's see. Okay. So we're going to start off right here on this peg, and we're going to go up. Okay, then we're going to do like you're doing a starburst. Okay, you're going to stop right here, just like that. And you're going to do the same thing on this side, except for you are going to start at the top. Oops, and follow around. Okay, just like that. Okay, and let me see what we're going to do next. And then what we're going to do is we need a oops, double cap band. So double cap band, and we're going to place it right in the center over these 2 pegs. Okay? All right. And then we're going to continue on and do the same thing all the way down the loom. Okay? So I'll show you one more time. You're going to start off in the center here. Going to start off on this peg, go straight up. I have some twisted bands. What happened there? Okay, diagonal, straight across, diagonal, and then straight up and down. Okay. Then you're going to continue over here, straight up and down, diagonal, cross, diagonal, and straight up and down. Okay, then you're going to need to get another band, double cap band, and you're going to place it there. Okay, so in between each of the 8s, so there'll be 2 more. So you did that one, and there'll be one here and one here. So go ahead and finish that, and don't forget your double cap bands. Then I'll meet you back. I don't know how this color combination is going to come out, but I guess I'm trying to figure out. We have left here are what's going to be in between here at the 8s. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and use my green sweets. Okay. And then we'll have to place bands going right here, and I think that's where I'm going to tie in my peridot again. Although I kind of want peridot in the center. Let me see how this is going to play out. I'm kind of wanting my peridot in the center. This is really throwing me. Maybe I don't use this green at all and I just use peridot in the center. Maybe that's what I do. Use peridot in the center of each one of these and then tie in maybe, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that because I really want, peridot to show more than I want that brighter green. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Okay, so instead of having 5 colors, we'll have 4. No big deal. You can do whatever you want. That's the cool part about it all. Okay, now let me see what I got going on. Whoa! Okay, let me make sure how to get this thing going, and we shall get started. Okay, basically you're going to go on this 3rd pen bar. You're going to go up 1. Here and here, and then you're going to go up 1 there and there. Okay, next you're going to go out, push the bands down, so you're kind of making an L, you know, L, although an upside down L, whatever, you get what I mean. This is what we're going to do there. Okay, and then the next step will be to make an X right here. An X over here. An X in the center. Next to the right, and the next right here. I'm hoping I'm not going to regret using this peridot. The only reason why I say that is because there's 600 count bands that are super thin that are going to be hard to untwist and get them the color the way I want it to lay. I'm probably going to regret using it even though it's one of my favorite colors. It's just so hard for me to use them because it's hard for me to get them untwisted. Whereas the 300 count packs I don't really have an issue with. So we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to go up right here on both sides. Okay. And then just like this. Okay. Now you're going to go out. And you're going to start off with an X in the center. And then go from the left and fill in your X's. To press your bands down as you go so you don't mess any of them up, get them in the wrong order. Okay, so that's what we're going for right here. Okay. That's what we're going for. And you're going to do that in between each one. Each one of those, you're going to do the same thing all the way down, okay? So this is what your loom should look like. All your greens should be done. Okay? Now what we're going to do is work on these. Okay? So in this one where he has these beads and where he had the other, I'll show you the other picture. The pearls, that's what we're working on next. And so I beat it up, and I'm going to use my jet black cylindric, but I took 2 6/0 seed beads and put them side by side on a band. I did one in gold, a bunch in gold, and a bunch with 2 greens on it. Okay, so I'm going to alternate the colors. Okay, so on the third pin, so 1, 2, third pin up, you're just going to put a band going across like that. Okay, and then you're going to skip one and do another one, and I'm going to do it in the green. Skip one, do one, and that will be for me in the gold. Skip one, do one, and that will be the green. Okay, and you're going to just, whatever bead you're going to put it all the way up the loom, just as I did. Okay. And so you'll do the exact same thing on this side till you get all the way down to the end of the loom. So go ahead and finish that, please. Okay. So I did it all the way down. You should have a total of 11 beads all the way down to the end, and this is how this one will end, right here on the second to the last pin. Okay, that's your last band on both sides. Okay, so now what we're going to do is work this part right here. So we're going to do X's up the side. Now, I'm debating on whether to bring in my black. I think I am going to tie in my black sweets again. I think that's what I'm going to do. I hope it's not too much black, because if I tie in this gold again, the green peridot, it's just going to be too much, I think. So let me look on this one. I'm just going to straight up do black, okay? I think that'll work out really well. So basically we're going to do X's all the way down. Hold on, let me make sure I'm getting the X's crossed right. Okay, so we'll do the X's just like this all the way down the loom. Super simple. Just push your bands as you go. Okay, so you do that all the way down the loom. This side, we're going to go the opposite direction, make the mirror image. So we do our X's like this. From the right to the left, left to the right. Right to the left, left to the right. Okay, so do your X's to the end, please. Now that you have all your X's going up, it's time to turn the loom around, and we've got to put cap bands. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to use my jet black cylindric, and I am going to do, ooh, that one's snapped in half. We're going to put a double cap band on this center peg, just like so. Okay, and then we're going to do triple cap bands on all the rest of these pegs. So you should have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 cap bands. So you'll put a triple here, 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 the first 4. You'll put a double that spans across here, and then a triple across the last 4. Okay, so go ahead and finish doing your cap. For some reason it didn't record, but basically we're going to start over here, and we're going to always grab that top band, which if you look up here, imagine this is down here, it's the same difference. This is your top band, You're always going to go in from this left side and bring it over. So left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left. Okay, and you're going to do that all the way down the loom on this side. Now I'm looking at his pictures, and I'm not 100% sure why he's doing it the way he's doing it, why he's not doing the mirror image here. But what he's doing is grabbing the bottom one over here instead of the top one like you did over here. First gets crossed over, the bottom one gets crossed over. So we're going to go in from this left side and just bring it over, making your X's. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, over here you're going to go left to right, right to left, and over here you're going to do the same thing, except for on this one it'll be the bottom one that gets put over first. So I'm just doing what he's got in the pictures, so hopefully it will all still look the way it's supposed to look. Okay, so do all your X's all the way down the loom, and don't forget to push your bands down when you get done. Okay, what we're going to do is right here in the center where our double cap band is, we're going to grab that bottom band here on the left and make your little X. Okay, and from there we're going to move over to right here. We're going to move over here to this third peg, and we're going to get this bottom band, which is the one on the left, and we're going to make an X just like so. And then we're going to go into we're going to go over to this side, and we're going to grab I'm trying to see if I did anything wrong here. You're going to do, let's see here. Okay, I'm going to have to check and see because it's looking like I may have to do these cup stitch right here, so let me check on that. See what happened. According to my notes, I laid all the bands the way I was supposed to lay them according to. But as I'm looking back when I'm going back to loop, it's showing that, you know, the ones that have the beads on them, that has to go up underneath these X's. So what I'm going to have to do is take this off and put it up underneath here for every band, every bead. Could be my fault, but from what I could tell on, you know, and I was real careful up until the part of looping it, I'm seeing that there's an issue. Because if I go back and want to do my X's here, and this is underneath, it's going to pull this, black band, which is not what we want to happen. So go ahead and pop this off, hold it, lift up on this gold piece, place this one back on, and then place this there. And therefore it's up underneath it now. Or it's underneath this gold one. That's all you're going to have to do for, and I'll show you again for the next one. Okay? Well, I didn't show you this beginning one. Let me show you this one. So I'm going to lift up on here, hold it with my finger. I'm going to lift up on here with the bead, hold it with my finger. And I am going to lift up on these two bands because this one has that cross band. I do believe that's what I'm having to do here. I think that's what I'm having to do. I'm going to lift up just on this X because I'm not 100% just yet. Actually, I'm going to lift up on both of these. Okay, see, lift up on both of them. Put this other half of that black beaded band down in there and then place this one carefully back on and let go. Just get them in the right order. Okay, so this is going to show that these green bands are now on top of the black stitch, which is what we want. Okay, so one more time right here. I want this beaded band that goes here, I want it up underneath here. So I'm going to lift up, and this will go really fast. It's not hard. Lift up, and then I want to lift up this gold one. Use my finger, put it back on, and then place this one back on top carefully. And then just go like this, and now it's up underneath. Okay, so I want you to do that real quick for every band that has a bead on it. I do apologize, I don't even know what happened there, but it won't look right if we don't fix it. So let's fix it and then we'll move on. So what you're going to do here is you're going to do this X. You're going to go from this peg to that one to that one, okay? And you're going to come over here and go do the same thing. It's going to be going through this cat band, grab this left, hold on a second. My cat band somehow is in the wrong spots because I had to take it all apart, so I kind of picked up in the wrong spot. Okay, so we're going to go in through the cat band. We're going to go to the right, go in through here and grab the band that goes to the left. Okay. And now we're going to go over to here and do these X's. So we're going to go in and grab this one and bring it to the left, go into this next peg. And let's see if I... Okay, hold on. So, the gold bands, left to right, right to left. And now we're going to go in through this cat band and go to the right, go in here and go to the left. Okay. And then we're going to do it right over here. We're going to go in and go to the left, or to the right to the left. So we're just going to go in through this and do these X's. Okay, and then we're going to go in and do this X up here. Okay, so we have that part done. Okay, now we've got these, the bands that make like the upside down L's and then the regular L's, whatever. You know these bands here. We're going to go in, and instead of bringing it back to itself, we're just going to go one below it. So diagonal, I guess you could say. Okay, then we're going to go back in and then just bring this one on top of that one instead of back to itself. Okay, so we're going to go in through here and bring this one down. Go back in. Oops, going on this side, make it easier, and bring it down on top of it. Okay, we'll go into this one, and instead of bringing it back to itself, we'll go bring it diagonal, and then this one will go right on top of it. Okay, so this one will go diagonally, this one will go right on top. Okay, and that's how we are going to do that. We'll need to do the other side as well. So always in this left side, you're grabbing the bottom band and making your X first. And then we'll go up to here. Oops, grab the wrong band. I guess it doesn't really matter. This one happened to be on top. You know why these are all in the wrong order? Because I had this all loomed up to about right here, and I had to put all the bands back, so I probably put them back in the wrong order. But as long as you're going left to right, okay? And then we're going to do this one up here. That's probably what happened to me. Okay? So now we've got to go and do the same thing here. We're going to bring this one diagonal, and then we're going to go in and grab this one, and it's going to go right on top of it. This one's going to go diagonal down. This one will go on top of it. This one will go diagonal, if I can grab it and get the right band, diagonal upward and right on top. And this one will be diagonal left and right on top. Okay, so now we have all of these done. Now we've got to come back here and get this X in the center. Okay, so I'm going to go in here from the left side of the X, bring it up and over. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, I believe what I'm going to do, since these bands are on top, the ones that are in the center, we're going to work these out first. We're going to go in through this cat band here, grab that top band and just bring it back to itself. Just as if you were doing a starburst, they all go back to themselves. And then you're going to start over here, top band, and just follow it around. Okay, so now we have that center part done. Okay, well, I was hoping tripod legs are in the way. Okay, so now we have this band that's spanning from here to here and here to here in the gold. We've got to get that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in through here and bring it over to the left, go in through here and bring it to the right. Okay. Now, let's see here. We've got to do our X's right in here. So we're going to go in through here and just cross over our X's. Bottom band first. There we go. And then I believe we're going to do this one. Okay. So then we have all four of those. Now we need to work on this side. Once we get a pattern down, I'll go off camera and allow you to finish it on your own. Okay, I'm going to do all these X's. Oops. Did I grab the wrong one? I put them back in the wrong order again when I was taking it apart, so I apologize. But you just work getting the bottom band and bringing it over. Yours won't be like this. It's only me because I had to take it apart. Okay, so after we do that, we have got to, I'm trying to see here what the next step is. Okay, so now we are going to have to do this section again, which is what we did at the very beginning, okay? We're going on the left. And cross over. Now we're going to do the same thing for the next set of rows, though I put these in the wrong order once again. That's grand. So the reason why mine was in the wrong order is, like I told you, I had to take part of it apart to be able to, because I didn't, when I filmed it, my camera wasn't running for whatever reason, or I don't know what happened. So it won't affect you though. Okay, so we did this X. Now we're doing this X. Okay. Okay, so what I'm thinking, I'm getting to here, and I'm seeing that there's not a cap band here. But I'm also seeing that this X hasn't been looped up. So what I'm thinking is that we go into here, and we're going to go ahead, we're just going to cross this one over. We'll leave this one for a second until we cross the gold X's over first. Okay, so we'll just do that. And that way, this band right here acts as a cap band. So then we'll go in and we'll bring this one over just like that. Okay, so then we're going to go up to here. And I'm going to do this X. So then we have all of those done. I'm going to have to put this on the side. Okay. So now that we have this part done, we need to deal with these bands right here. Okay, so we'll go into here, and we're going to bring this down to there. We're going to go back in and grab this one, and this one will go on top of it. Over here, we're going to grab the first band and bring it down. Ooh, that's not going to work. You know why that's not going to work? Because now, if we put something here, then there's nothing to catch it and it'll fall apart because this. Let me go check this out. What I ended up doing was putting all these bands back for the green and this gold in the center. Okay, just put them back the way that they were. Okay, I'm going to pay super close attention to what he's got going on here. Okay, so we're going to leave that. We're going to go in through this green, and we're going to do the X. Cross the X's here. Okay. And then, let me go back here. Make for certain we got this going right. And then we're going to go here and do our X's. And one more. Okay, and we're only going to cross over the one. Okay. And then what we're going to do, so we've done this X, we've done this X, and we've done half of that X. Okay, now we're going to go back here. I know this is awkward, but this is what he has in his pictures. We're going to grab this band that goes right here, and we're going to bring this down. This one will go on top of it. Okay. All right. And now we're going to do the same over here. This band will go down, and this band will go on top of it, just like that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is, at this point, we're going to go right here and bring this one side of the gold towards the right. And then we're going to go back in where this gold one is. We're going to go into here and cross our, do our X's. X, X, or the crossover. Put it back. Just put these two back. Okay, put these two back. So let's just say we finished doing one side of that X. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to do this X here. So we'll go down into this one. Into this one. I need to stand up because I can't even see what in the darn I'm doing. Okay, we're going to do your X to right there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go into here where we had done this half of one, and we're going to grab that band and we're going to bring it over to the right, go into here, bring it to the left. Okay. And then, let's see here. Then we need to go into here and do the next two X's. Boy, this is really confusing. Okay, two X's. And then we'll go up here and do this one last X. Okay, so we have that part done. And now we've got to go into here and grab this band and bring it straight down. Okay, then go in and bring this band right on top of it, just like that. Okay. And then now that we have all these bands down here, now is the time that we grab this other cross band, because if that way it will keep it all together. So now we cross over that X in the center. Now that makes a little bit more sense to me. Okay. Whew. Okay, now let me see what I got going on here. Okay, so okay. Sorry for the long pause. I'm trying to figure out what I'm to do now. Okay, so I'm guessing the next step would be is to go into here and bring that down and go into this one and bring it right on top of it. I'm going to go into this band and bring it up, go back in and bring it on top. And then we're going to bring this one towards the left and then on top. So now we have all of these done here. We haven't finished this one that we started right here. We ended with only half of this X. And I don't know if we're even going to finish it. It doesn't show to me that he finishes that. So let's just go to here and grab this X and finish that up. Then we're going to go into here and grab this one and bring it up to the top, go back in and bring it back on top of itself. Go into this one, bring it up towards the top, go back in and bring it back on top of itself. Okay, because this is not showing on his. that he's looped that up. So I'm thinking we leave that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is at this point we're ready to loop up this gold. Although that really doesn't make much sense if we can't. Maybe at this point I'm going to go ahead and bring that up over because I think it's supposed to. Okay, to where they all make the X. And then we're going to go into the middle where the gold is and do our X. And that should catch everything. Ooh, that was tough. I thought this was going to be a whole lot easier, but apparently it's not. So, what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to do this center part first. So we're going to go in through the cat band, forward and bring it around. Just keep bringing it around. I wish there was a better way I could hold the tripod to show you guys. Okay, so now we have this part finished, okay? Okay. I know I have my tripod showing. Ugh. Okay, so now that we have this part done, okay, we got to do our X's here. Okay, so first we're going to do our cross bands. Remember the two cross bands that go right here? We're going to go in and grab that and bring it over to the left. Go in and grab that and bring it to the right. Okay, now we're going to do our X's. We're going to go over here and just cross over. And then go up and make your X. And make your X, okay? Do the same thing on this side. I'm going to let you finish this side. Now that you've done this other side, now we've got to work on this part. So what we're going to do is just go in and do our X right here. Okay, and then go in here and do our X. Oops. Remember, we're only going to do half. I remember that. So we'll do half. Okay. And then what we're going to do is go up here. We'll go ahead and finish this X. Okay. Now we're going to go over here and bring this one down. And then we're going to go back in and bring this one on top. Okay. Do the same thing over here. Go in and bring it down to where it connects. And this one goes on top. Okay. And then what we're going to do is, what are we going to do? Okay, we're going to go in here and grab this gold. We're only going to grab the one that goes out to the right. Okay. And now we're going to go in here and do our X's. Oops. I messed up again. This is the exact same spot. I'll put these back. No harm. Not a big deal. Let's go ahead and do this X first. So we'll go into here. Do this X first. Okay. And then this X. and then this X. Okay, and then this X. So that kind of makes sense. Okay. All right, after we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to come here and we're going to bring this one down and then go back in and bring this one on top. Okay, same with over here. Bring this one down, bring this one on top. Okay, and after we get that part done, then we can go ahead and cross over this other gold so that it all connects and stays together. Okay. All right, and then now, okay, we can finish up. We can go in here and we can bring this one up and this one on top. We can bring this one out and bring this one on top. Okay, so now we should have everything looped up here. Okay, now we got to come over here and do the same thing. So at this point, let's do the X. Okay, and now we can go in here and bring this one up. Go into this one on top of it, over here, up, this one on top. Okay, so now we have all of those done. Okay, now I just got to see what the next step is. Okay, now we can go in here, grab that gold, and make that X. Now everything should be looped up right in here, okay? So hopefully we didn't miss anything. Okay, now the next step is we're going to loop out this center piece again, okay? So I'm going to go off camera. You go into the cap band, and you grab the top band, and just start bringing it around like you would your cap or your starburst all the way around, okay? And then I'll meet you. Have that part done. Now we've got to grab these bands. You're going to go in through here and grab that one that goes out to the left and this one that goes out to the right. And at this point, we're just doing our X's again. So just go ahead and do your X's and meet me back once you get these two X's, these two X's, these two X's, these two X's, and I'll meet you back. So now we're going to go back and do, we've got all these done. Now we're going to go back and do our X's. So we're going to do X, 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 and we're only going to do half of an X here, okay? Half of an X. I do believe. Okay, then we're going to go down here and grab this, and we're going to do half of the X on the gold bands. Okay, then we're going to go down here, and we're going to do an X, and then we're going to come over here, and we're going to do an X. Okay, and then we can go back here. Okay, so now we've got that part done. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back here and bring this one downward, and that one goes on top. Come here and bring the, whoops. You know what, we should have done that first. We should have done that first. before I pick this one up. We should have done that first. So unfortunately I'm going to have to take this apart. I'm just going to put these back. It's just these few. Okay, those two, this one, and then the other X. Not a big deal. I really hate that I'm making a lot of mistakes. It's very confusing though. Okay, so I'm going to put this back. So now we're back to square one. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it back. Okay? So as of right now, we're going to go into here and bring this one down and this one on top of it. Okay? And we've already done that over here. Okay? And then I guess what we're going to do is, at this point, now that this is trapped under here, it's okay now to go in and grab that gold one. Okay? And we've already done the X here, so we're going to go here and do our X's. One more. Okay. Then we're going to go into here and bring this one down, go into here and bring this one on top. Okay. And at this point, we can cross over our other X. That way it'll catch these bands. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. But we have to grab all these other bands here. So we're going to take this and we're going to bring it down. This one will go on top of it. Okay. All right. And now we can go over here and finish the top part of this X. We can do this X. And then we can go into here and bring this one up. Go back in and bring that one right on top of it. Bring this diagonal. Go back in and bring this one on top of that one. Okay, so now we're good as far as that goes. Let's finish this side. I'm going to go into here, grab that X, go into here and grab this and put it at a diagonal. Go back in, excuse me, and put it on top of that one. And then we're going to go over here and do the diagonal. Go back in, and this one goes on top of that one. Okay, so looks like we're all loomed up as far as that goes. So now we can go ahead and loom this gold one. Go into here and do like this. Okay, now we're loomed up as far as this goes. Now we're going to go ahead and loom out this center one again. So I'm going to let you do that. So don't pay attention to that. I shouldn't have already loomed that. I got a little bit ahead of myself. We need to get these bands here, the cross bands, and bring them out to the left. And bring it out to the right. Got to do that first. Okay, and then we're going to do the X's. So just cross your X's, these two, then these two, and then these two. This one again, we're all loomed up. Now we're ready to do our X's. So we're going to go into here, do our X's, okay, and then we'll go over here and do our X's. And this one we'll only do half of an X. Okay. All right. Now what we're going to do, well, we may as well go in here and do our other X going up. May as well. Okay, now we're going to go in through here, bring this one down, bring this one over it. Okay. And now we're going to do this one. We're going to bring this one down and this one on top. Okay. And then we are ready that we can go in here and grab this band and cross it over. Okay. may as well go ahead and loom these out too. We'll bring this one up and that one up. My dog's going nuts. Okay, and we'll bring this one up, and there you go there. So all this is loomed up right here. So then with this side, we're going to loom this, make this X, okay, and then we're going to go into here and do this X. Go into here and do this X, and then we're going to do thunder, do that X. Okay, now we're going to go over here and bring this one down, and we're going to do this one on top. And at that point, since we've got this down, now we can cross over this gold one. Okay, so then we'll just go over here and we'll do the same thing, bring it down to the right, just like that. We'll go up to here and finish our X. Go into this band and we'll do the diagonal to there, go back in and on top, diagonal, go here and on top. So now it looks like everything's loomed up as far as that goes. Now we can just come over here and loom up this gold. All right. Okay, my camera went off out of charge, so I already got part of this looping done and before I could hit save, and so I lost it. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have to do the border next. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to do our cuff stitch right here. You're going to bring this band over to there and then get the other half of that band and bring it to here. Okay? Then the next band is you're going to grab and you're going to bring it downward. Okay? Then we're going to go back up here to the third pin bar up here. Okay? And we're going to go diagonal over and then go 3 times till you get to the bottom border. Okay? And then you're going to go in from here, diagonal, and then we got to do the cuff stitch because that's what's next. We're going to go from the border in, and then we're going to go in and get the other half of that band and bring it to the right. Okay? Yeah, that's right. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we'll come back over to this peg and we'll do a diagonal 3 over diagonal 1. Okay, and that's where we leave it. So our 8 is looped up. Now don't forget, I know it looks a little strange because there's nothing looped here, but there's a single chain that goes up that we're going to have to loop up after we get all the 8s done. Okay, so we're going to come up to here to this 8, and we're going to well, we're going to have to do do our cuff stitch right here, our next cuff stitch. We got to remember they're every third peg. So we'll go here and do our cuff stitch next. Okay. And then we've got to do it on this side as well. Oops. We'll go from the border inward and then inward to the border. Okay. We'll go up to this next one over here, and we shall do the cuff stitch. Did I do that right? I think I did it backwards. Okay, we want to go from the border inward and then grab the other side of that band and bring it outward. Okay, do the same thing on this side, so it'd be this band. I'm going to go get the border, bring it over, get the other side of that band, and bring it to the border. Okay. Now, I'm thinking that we probably could do all the cuff stitches. Let's do that. Let's do all the cuff stitches because they look like they're on top of the pattern. Do all the cuff stitches going up. So it'd be every third peg there'll be a stitch. Okay, so do your cuff stitch on both sides all the way down. We have all the cuff stitches. Now what we're going to do is the rest of our 8s. Okay, this should go fairly easy now that we got all the cuff stitch done. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go in through here, grab this one and bring it downward, go in, bring it over, upward 3 times, over, downward, okay, and then we leave it just like that. Then we come back over here and we're going to grab, grab this one and we'll bring it up and follow it around. Follow the pattern so I can find the band. Follow the pattern around this way. So we went from here and stop there, and then we come up to here and go this other direction. Okay, so we went from there to there and then just follow it. I'm really having a time with these bands. It doesn't help that my dog is just stressing me out. Okay, so just follow it all the way to there. Okay. As I was doing this, I was realizing that it wasn't picking up some of the bands. So, I know from the computer when I first laid just the border bands at the very, very beginning that I did it right. So what I'm thinking is that because doing the outline starting from here and going down and then up and then stopping here was fine, but when I went here to go down to here, it wasn't catching. So I think we have to go this direction. So what I'm going to do is you go ahead and put that back because I hate for it to fall apart. And we're going to start right here on this diagonal and we're going to work backwards. We're going to go down. Because see, then the next band going over is the bottom band. So you're wanting to get that bottom band, and now this is what's catching it. And then you're just going to bring it all the way around to get to right there. Okay? Okay. So now we've got the second one done. So now this third one, we're going to start over here in the corner again. And we're going to go diagonal, downward, bottom band, and we're going to work our way backwards because I just know that I laid these right, even though it's showing the looping being the other way. I know I laid them right because it was the very first thing we laid down, so I know it has to be right. Okay, so that goes to there. So from here, I'm following it to there, and now we're going to go to this diagonal, and we're going to follow it around the other direction. Okay. Just follow that pattern over. You can tell this one is stressing me out. Okay. So now that we have that part done, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go up to this one, and we're going to grab this band and bringing it down. And just following it over. the pattern and stop right there. Oops, stop right there. So you went from here down and over, and you crossed over your 8. Now we're going to come back and go the opposite direction, okay? So I'm going to let you finish that. And for this last one, we're going to go this direction. You're going to go into here and bring this diagonal, and then we're going to go this way down. Yeah, we'll bring, well, not this one. Let me get that back on there. That's not the one I wanted to do. This one. And we're going to bring it down and around. Actually, okay, let me make sure which one's on. Okay, so, let's see. We stopped right here, so we're going to go in and grab this one, bring it down. Follow it over until you get diagonal. Okay, so you've done the diagonal here, then you went from here down and over and did your 8. And now we are going to, I believe, are we going to go this direction? I believe we're going to start right here on this diagonal and go downward and follow it around. If it doesn't look like it's catching, then you need to figure it out, but that's kind of what I had to do. Go the other direction and maybe it'll catch. Okay. Whew. Now we're done with the 8s. Finally. Okay, now all we have is a single chain going up. So, single chain. Going straight up, okay? Just like this, all the way up the loom. And do the same thing on this side. And then guess what? I think I'm going to let you do your own border, because I think you know how to do borders by now. If you can do this, you can do a border. So you're going to take this over to the edge. After you do your single chains going up, you're going to take this over to the edge. And then go all the way up. Okay. Same thing on this side. Take it to the edge. And take it straight up. Do your single chains first, and then come back and do your border all the way to the top. Okay, so now that we're at the top, we're just going to go in through here and grab both of those and put it on your hook. And I have a C-clip handy, which I never do, and I'm getting it right now. And then you just put it on. Okay, so I'm not going to stay on and show you how to take this off the loom. I think you, at this point, you should know. Loosen all the tension on each row, or as far over as you want to go, and then you can take each individual one off, but do not rip it off with your fingers. Use the hook. Okay, take yours off and we'll see what we both come up. Just got mine off the loom. So here we go. Kind of wish I would have used different colors here. I feel like I got a bunch of eyes staring at me. 2 eyes and a nose and a cheeks and a chin. I'm sorry. It's late and I'm getting giddy now. It's a really cool design. I just think I probably should have done different colors. But anyhow. Okay, so I'm going to fix the bands. And you'll just have to see my rendition when I go and post it, because now we're about an hour and something into it. These are like hourglasses. I know that's what he was going for, but it was just easier for me to call them 8s. So anyhow, I'll post my rendition, and if you go ahead and give him a follow, and if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be great. And I do apologize for the long tutorial and some of the mistakes that were in there. I was completely confused, but we worked it out. So I hope you give it a shot. All right, until next tutorial, take care. Bye.